Hi, my name is Josh Shelper, and this is my presentation on Ferrero. So, the focus of my presentation will be on the product Nutella, a chocolate spread made from hazelnut, and in the UK a jar is sold every 2.5 seconds. So the biggest strength of Nutella as a product is the brand. It's such a well-established and well-known household name, which can be an influencer to potential customers as they look at it on the shelf and want it as such a well-known brand. A weakness is that as a chocolate product, it isn't perceived as healthy. This is a characteristic that goes against current trends of being healthy, so that might affect sales in the fact that it might not be as an attractive a product as it could be. One of the biggest threats facing Nutella is supplier power, particularly when considering the scarcity of their ingredients. For example, cacao is really scarce in relation to the demand from, chocolate companies, chocolate spread companies, just everyone that uses it. Supplier power is really big because it's exclusive to an exotic climate, and these companies need it, so suppliers can charge what they want, really. Moving on. From a micro-environmental viewpoint, we consider Porter's 5 forces, which are all high for Nutella. Buyer power is particularly large due to the huge number of choices customers can make, not only with other sort of spreads, but they can also look at different breakfast foods altogether. So, buyer power means that Nutella have to ensure that they're competitive not only on price but on quality. From a macro sense, we look at PESTLE, the political, economic, social, technological, legal and environmental factors in play for Nutella. A highlight of this would probably be, for me, environmental. It's becoming an expensive factor with growing consumer held values because, you look at Extinction Rebellion and those sort of movements, it's picking up pace in a contemporary world. And there's growing taboo against things like using palm oil and deforestation, etc. So for companies, it's really something they've got to consider, and it's not something that's cheap. So from a macro sense, that's a massive factor. Here we also look at the market, which it paints a strained financial picture for companies using cocoa due to rising prices, leading businesses with the choice to raise prices or decrease margins. I think we can see this most clearly and most annoyingly with Toblerone, who have decided to just cut the amount of products that they put into their bars because it was becoming too expensive to give out the portions they were before for the prices they were before. So, my product. I propose to extend the brand by creating a Nutella ice cream called Nutella Gelato. So, using the old Italian roots in there, which is, I think, a real advantage if you emphasise the history and story behind a brand, such as what Ben & Jerry's do. It creates a nice personal experience for the customer, one they can relate to, and one that really creates like a brand identity that the customers can get behind and advocate. Situationally, the gelato will solve the cacao problem because I found a alternative that can be used called carob. It's a palm oil free, which will go down well socially, palm oil free, cocoa free chocolate alternative. Overall, the product will be a luxurious, high quality product with a new target market for Nutella at the young professional. So these young professionals coming through will have grown up with Nutella, the spread. They'll have fond memories of it. It will be something that they will have woken up to with Nutella, as the slogan goes. It's something that their parents will have recommended and they'll be trusting of. And as young professionals, the idea of a luxury ice cream product will appeal to them, like coming home from work and treating themselves to ice cream, especially with the stresses of modern day work. So, branding is absolutely vital to a new product, the success of which can literally be made or break on how the branding is. I'm going to touch upon the packaging that I've created for this. So I want to keep some familiarity with it. So I've gone with similar sort of design to the jar, but with a higher quality sort of Ben & Jerry's like material, because by doing this it portrays the product as being luxurious. Don't know if you could see it, but there on the lid I was going to give a little throwback to the roots and have the Italian flag on the lid of it. And just, yeah, really rich colours. It's going to look like the Nutella jar for familiarity. All these little things can really make a difference to customers. So like I was saying, yeah, branding, absolutely vital, because it's how the consumer connotes what ideas and feelings and thoughts they come with the brand for them. So getting this right is absolutely vital for a successful product, really. With it, it's important to have a clear and consistent brand image to create a good USP. My USP will be obviously the luxurious, indulgent sort of high-end ice cream you can get. Yeah, and obviously the environmental sustainability side of it. So no cacao, no palm oil. I think it'll be attractive to the modern day young professional who holds that sort of thing in high regard. Brand values for it will be based around sustainability, like I said, and a real personal and interactive brand. So I'm going to focus mainly on social media marketing because it's a growing thing. The ceiling on it is massive, and all of my target market will be on social medias. So it really provides an opportunity to connect and create a personal experience for those customers. Promotional mix. So the 7Ps are all collaborative methods of marketing that, when used in tandem, create an attractive brand to the customer. One of the Ps massively influential includes pricing strategy, which will be a competitor-led strategy. As a luxury product, it's important to price accordingly with other luxury ice cream products to create an understanding of the product type with customers. Usually with new products you might use a penetrative pricing strategy, but I didn't think that would be of value because with such a high quality product, selling it at low price isn't a great idea. Yeah, so the IMC, the main feature of IMC to Nutella Gelato is a cheaper method. A cheap method even, like I said, through social media marketing, but not only through that, through the obvious social media channels. Digital marketing is going to be huge for it, so you can look at search engine optimization, direct mail through email, all of which are very, very cheap options. So yeah, with a new product it's quite a good idea to keep the budget low for this sort of thing, even though Ferrero is such an established brand. It just keeps the risk down and makes costs easier to recoup. So to conclude, my proposition is to extend the brand of Nutella, focusing on creating a brand new product to move away from a stagnant, saturated, under pressure chocolate market. I feel to thrive, the new product has to move away from the healthy family image and family target market that spread operates under, and move towards the young professional, a target market with a large disposable income and looking to treat themselves. With current trends, it's vital to incorporate environmental sustainability, as it is ever increasingly important for businesses due to how consumers hold such values. I believe it would be detrimental to move too far away from the roots of Ferrero, like you see with some product extensions. And even it'd be a good thing, it'd be advantageous to remind potential customers of these roots. It's stuff they've grown up with and they've come to know and love the brand. So marketing will go very contemporary with a huge emphasis on social media and digital outlets, all coordinating to portray a message that the product is luxury and an experience worth spending the extra money on. That's my references. Thank you for listening.